We are Saffron and Dennis Bacchus, and we just bought a farm. We've been making adult content since 2014, and while we love our job, we've always wanted to live and work on a farm. Ever since childhood, I've been fascinated with nature, and reading stories of homesteaders like Thoreau and the Nearings has always stirred something in me. I feel called to live close to nature and experience all the beauty it has to offer. So, after years of saving up and looking at online ads every morning, one day we got really lucky and found our dream farm. The house and barn were built in the 1850s, with extensions being added in the 1940s and 70s. It sits on 50 acres in the Northern Quebec woods, and we got it for just under $500,000. We were able to get such a good deal because the previous owners had gotten too old to care for it and let it rot for quite some time. All the other potential buyers felt it was too much work, but since we work from home, we feel we have the time to do the renovations required to restore the farm to its former glory. Since this is agricultural land, to keep our property taxes manageable, there's a certain amount of income we have to make from our farm products each year. So, once the repairs are complete, we plan on having chickens for eggs, sheep for wool, as well as manage our planned forests, make apple products from our orchard, and lots more. Luckily, there are farmers markets and a cooperative grocery store nearby where we can sell our goods. We know that one day we will age out of making adult content, so like the great philosopher Tyra Banks always says, plan for the end at the beginning. I just turned 30, so while we're lucky enough to still be making a good income from our career, we're going to invest in our future and try to make the farm self-sustaining. Luckily for us, we love living simply and have a low cost of living, which we can supplement by growing our own food and chopping our own wood for heating, as well as building our own furniture or buying secondhand instead of buying new. These videos will be to document our progress towards greater self-sufficiency, and I hope you'll follow along on our journey here at Eudaimonia Farm. When you first enter the house, this room is all there was when the house was first built in the mid-1800s. Since then, it's seen a lot of renovations, including adding a loft and changing the wood floors to match the rest of the house. On this side of the room, we will have a music corner with our piano and violin and a little meditation spot in front of the window. I also plan on putting a little bookshelf here for all of my homesteading books. Walking through the doors in the parlor brings you to the living room that was added in 1978. This room secretly needs a lot of repairs. This extension was built by a previous owner, and they didn't add proper support to the roof. You can see the beautiful wood beams end in front of the fireplace, and if you look carefully, you can see how crooked the roof line is. This has caused a leak in the roof, as well as put us at risk for collapse from snow load. The fireplace is nice, though inefficient, and the chimney is cracked and needs a new liner. Some light fixtures are also broken, but at least that won't be too hard to fix. Next to the living room is a small bedroom that we will be turning into our office with a desk and all of our camera gear, and a cozy little bed for our puppies. Going upstairs, there is a loft where we will make our bedroom. It was used as an art room, so the walls have scuff marks and paint splatters, and the closets are completely unfinished. But with a coat of paint, some new light fixtures, and fixing the broken window mechanism, we think we can make it into a cozy little nest. There's not much to say about the bathroom, as it is the only room recently renovated. But there's one funny little thing that we do have to fix, which is the laundry cabinet hits the light fixture on the ceiling every time you open it. Other than that, it's a great room with lots of storage, a shower, a bath, and a laundry area all in one. The kitchen will be one of our bigger projects. We love the original linen fold solid wood cabinets from the 1940s when this section of the house was built. But the countertops are cheap laminate that a previous owner DIY'd, and now they're peeling and chipping. There isn't a water treatment system, so the water comes directly from the well to the tap, which could have some illness-causing bacteria. So until we get a water treatment system, we actually have to filter all of our water by hand. This kitchen island is also way too big for the space, and I've already run into its sharp corners a few times, so we'll be putting in a smaller one. You may have noticed that there isn't a dining room in this house, so we hope to open up this kitchen wall, add a bar, and a doorway to the small room next door to make a cozy little dining space. This will be the dining room. We'll have our small round kitchen table in the center, a bar and a doorway along that wall, wood closet doors to close off the closet, where we will store board games and maybe some pantry items, and we think we'd like to add a small wood stove and a door to the backyard so we can take our dinner outside on warm summer nights. There are also some boring spaces in the house, like where the furnace, water system, and electrical room are, where we have lots of work to do, including adding support to the 170-year-old wood beam construction. But those were all the major livable rooms in the house. So next we'll show you the barn, the art studio, and the cabin. This barn was built in the 1850s, with the oldest part of the house, and some of the beams still have bark on them. Over the years, repairs have been neglected, and multiple walls are caving in from rotting wood. It's also filthy, with urine-soaked rotting wood stalls and spider webs everywhere. The electricity was DIY upgraded piece by piece over the years, and pieces of plywood have been put over rotted floorboards. So, it's currently a bit of a death trap. The roof leaks, and the doors don't seal well, so the weather comes right in, making it unsafe for animals, even though the previous owners were using it for their horses until the day they moved out. This is definitely our most ambitious project, but because we're renovating so that we can have a farm business with chickens and sheep, we'll at least be able to write it off as a business expense. I hope everything will be done in the barn by the end of summer. This little building next to the house was used as a storage shed for years, and as an art studio before that, so there are old hand-painted murals all over the walls. We'll be starting fresh by painting everything white so we can put our own personality into the space. Here's where I will spin all of our wool from our sheep, as well as make herbal soaps, beeswax candles, and sew our own clothes. Stay tuned for a video transforming this space, because as I'm recording this, we're almost done the renovations. The last stop on the tour is the cabin. We have a garage too, but it's just really a space to store our farm vehicles, and we don't really plan on making it over. So after a bit of a hike through the woods, you'll find this log cabin built in the 1970s. It's a cozy little space with a loft and a small bathroom where we will have a dry toilet because this cabin is completely off-grid. This wood stove is apparently not to code and dangerous to use, so we'll have to replace it to heat the space, and we'd also like to add a solar panel for lighting. This is where we will be taking all of our vacations for the rest of our lives, so we're very excited to make this into a cozy place to hang out. So that brings us to the end of the tour. Thank you all so much for supporting us and helping us achieve our dream. We hope you enjoyed seeing the current state of the farm and will follow along for our farm renovation videos as well as updates and lots of nature content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.